All right, we're going to talk about these quick links. The first thing I want to tell you before we start this, I don't expect you to become a subject matter expert, right? I'm not expecting you to go in and learn all this stuff and just, take it all to memory and become the best USDA lender that you possibly can be. I'm providing these to you because there are the Benjis out there in the world that want to learn about everything. And so I want to provide you with everything and then let you decide what you want to learn. None of this is required for your job. None of this is needed. This is just for you so you can be better at it. So some of you guys want to know how the nuance of the programs work. So the 3555 is the programs that we utilize here at 629 Loan. It is an in-depth program. It has a lot of chapters here. So the ones that I normally play in is income and credit. That's really all I care about. Everything else we'll figure out, but income and credit is normally where I'm hanging out. And one, I need to figure out how to get your file to pass ratios, if we need to do a manual underwrap. And then two, I need to make sure that your total household income does not exceed for the county, okay? So this is important. It doesn't matter who's on the application. It doesn't matter who is on the loan. It doesn't matter who is trying to qualify. It matters who lives in the property. Every person over the age of 18 is considered an income producer. Really, any person between the ages of teenager to, your senior citizen is considered an income producer, but you only got to count small portions of income for children that are students, regardless of grade level. So I live here, I stay here, and that's how I make sure that when we do a USDA loan together, that this loan's going to go through, right? And I'm not going to bite my nose off to spite my face. So that's your very first one that you have here. That's your 3555. Now, there are details about the programs that you may find important that you want to know more about. Maybe you have a borrower that likes to do their own research, and they're not going to talk to you unless you can provide them with research links. So this is a single family guaranteed loan program. This is USDA's explanation of how it works. Okay, how to apply the requirements, stuff like that, right? Fact sheet. If you have a borrower that just has to know everything, just send them this, right? Let them take a look at it. Let them figure out about the program for themselves, and then they'll come to you with questions. Don't be afraid of this. Embrace it. It's okay. And if they got more questions and you're comfortable giving answers and you want them to talk to me, just have them talk to me. It's not a big deal. Right? But this is available to you so you can send out to your customers that, again, want to know as much as they possibly can. Next thing we have on here is the income limits, right? That's a huge kicker. Big kicker, okay? So when you click on the link, it's going to bring you here to the income eligibility, right? You're just going to go to the state of Tennessee. You're going to click the county. Right, Tennessee, Sumner County. And how many people live in the household? I'm going to do my house, 5. Number of residents under 18 years old, disabled or full-time students, 3. Carly counts me, but I'm not a child anymore. Is loan applicant or co-applicant age 62 or older? Not in my house. Are there any disabled persons living in the household? Not in my house. Next. Annual child care expenses. So Carly pays the child care, and she thinks she pays like roughly $300 a week. So you take your phone and you go $300 a week times 52, and you get $15,600. You put that there. Okay. And now you'll notice as you go from here to here, it goes from annual to monthly. That messes people up a lot. Okay. You come down here and you're going to put the base income for the applicant. And so that's going to be me. Let's just do $7,500. Overtime, bonus, commission, all those you just put in there accurately, right? And this is where Andrew and I will do it for you. And you don't have to worry about it. But some of you like to know, some of you like to understand. So here's how we do it. And then you come down, any other sources of income. So I get a VA disability check. We'll put in $2,500 there. Carly gets about $4,500 a month. And then she does a little bit of hairstylist stuff and servant stuff. So let's do $750 a month in tips and commission. And then she also receives child support from another marriage. She's not married twice. She's a previous marriage. And so this is all we have here. All right. All other incomes received by adult members of the household. See further explanation if needed. So this is going to be any of your students, any of your live-in parents, any of your live-in family members. Maybe you've got a rental property and you got one of your friends renting from you that you went to college together. Whatever. You put that here again monthly, not annually. Don't mess yourself up there. And you click finish. And then it's going to tell you either you do or you don't meet the income limit and why. And it's going to explain it to you. And that's it. And there's nothing else to do there. If you do, you move on. If you're close, Nikki and I and Andrew will get together and we'll calculate the income and make sure we have every piece that we can in for or against favor for the buyer and make sure we fall where we need to, right? But this is a straightforward kind of conversation. It's either is or it isn't. Okay, and then we print it and put it in the file and it stays with the file. So that way everybody knows what's going on. Okay, the next little thing that we kind of want to address is the property eligibility. Okay, so you're going to same page. The link is still here, right? It's still there. There's income and then there's the property eligibility. But because it is the same page, you just need to click from one to the other. It's right on here. So you're going to accept. And you're going to type in the property address. I'm going to do mine. No, I'm not. I'm going to do 1212 West Main Street. I just thought about this last second is that this is going on YouTube. And I don't want everybody in YouTube to know where I live. So, as you can see here in Hendersonville, it's very interesting. This shaded area, which traditionally would mean you can play ball, you cannot play ball in this shaded area. It means it's not eligible for USDA lending. But you go just a little bit north, just a little bit, and all this becomes eligible. This is still Sumner County, right? It's just not in the city of Hendersonville and Gallatin city limits, right? So you just got to be very, very, very careful. So let's say we're over here and right, Hunts Lane is fine, but on either side of Hunts Lane is no longer fine. And that's just how it's going to work with USDA, right? Every property address could be different. Like, for instance, if you're on the left side of Center Point Road, sorry. If you're on the right side, we're good to go. And you're going to see that in a lot of areas. So if we go up here, we'll zoom out. Look at Springfield, between Springfield and Greenbrier. If you're right here on Highway 41, you're good. If you're on this side of Highway 41 or on this side, it could be a different conversation, right? So look at every address. That's what you guys are doing as realtors, making sure the property meets the expectation. Before you go, don't go to the house. If you know you got a USDA borrower, search the property before you go to the house every single time. Just to make sure. You get all the way out there, they fall in love with the property, and now they can't do the loan, and we're REMLOS. We're supposed to be experts, at least with the property. All right. So next thing that we kind of want to talk about, and the final thing we want to talk about is training. So in the link here for the PowerPoint presentation, the last one you have is lender training. I don't expect you to be subject matter experts. This is never why I provide this stuff to you. But you may want to understand the single close construction because you may have somebody that wants to do that, right? You may want to understand how they come up with income and assets one day because you may not want to be a realtor forever. You may want to come on this side. I don't know, right? The possibilities are endless, but here is all the trainings that I can recommend that you take. If you just want to know more about USDA, let's say you want to become a USDA expert, you want to do manufactured homes, you want to do one-time close, new constructions, you want to do single family, like you want to do it all for USDA. That's it. I don't want to be in the city anymore. It's too much competition. I'm going to the country. That's awesome, but make sure that your knowledge is with you, right? So that's why this is available to you. Again, thanks you for being here for Mortgage Monday, guys. This is USDA training. We're going to go on to the next video. Thank you so much. Stop.